The Meaning of Answers is the story of George Boole's Laws of Thought, intended to be read as an entertaining conversation on philosophy, morality, logic, algebra, and psychology. Psychology was Boole's focus of interest, thus the title of his work, The Laws of Thought. Before Boolean logic, which heavily influenced William James, psychology had been a subordinate facet of philosophy, psychology being defined as how man thinks, philosophy with answering what is. Boole's initial inspiration was a religious revelation he had at age 17. It's one thing to have a brilliant insight into the universe. Ask anyone who's taken an acid trip. And another to prove that insight is useful. To test his laws of thought, Boole created an algebra to check his theory. The conventional understanding of algebra is that it's a search for an unknown by applying the same rules of mathematics that are applied to the known. Boolean algebra, created as a language to describe and test logic, is subjective, inductive, and in other ways outside the boundaries of arithmetic. We search for answers based on incomplete information. That's our circumstance and our fix. We think and act based on probabilities. If our thinking is useful, we consider the result an answer. Boole changed the universe, in much the way Copernicus had, by reorientation. Acceptance of the heliocentric over the geocentric view changed nothing except perspective. The sun hadn't moved. Yet the heliocentric view changed the direction of knowledge. And more than 100 years later, we entered the Enlightenment. It took a century after Boole's work was published for his thinking to become realized as the computer age. Now, 170 years later, Boolean algebra is so pervasive, there's a belief that intelligent robots are on the march to displace everyone except the people running Facebook and Google. That view, however, is contrary to Boolean logic. Reading The Meaning of Answers may lead you to rethink how you see yourself and the universe.